Conor, a wonderful day for Tyrone, but on a personal note, you're back on the pitch and wearing the Tyrone jersey. You must be so happy.
Yeah, I'm absolutely delighted. Just delighted that the boys had faith in me and they stuck by me, and I got my chance today. Just grateful for all the people that did back me when I probably even doubted myself for the last few years. It's been a very rocky road, and it's just emotional there with family at the end, because they certainly backed me and they gave up a lot as well to help me try and get back. So yeah, you wonder, will you get that chance again, or will this sort of career peter out? But just delighted that I did.
Certainly was a long road, surgeries and dark days, no doubt.
And it's very lonely. I think anyone who's been through a long-term injury will know how lonely it is. And you know, and when you're in the setup, it's grand. You can be around people but still feel quite lonely inside. And it's probably the nights when you're sitting in bed by yourself or you're at home and you're in a lot of physical pain that you really start to wonder. But I think when you suffer and endure something difficult, you'll always learn something out the other end, just sticking in it. And I probably knew that if I stuck it out this season and didn't get back, then at least I could hold my head high. But just delighted, as I say, the boys backed me, medical, a lot of good people got around me and supported me, and I got my chance. So yeah, over the moon.
A lesser person would have said, that's it, enough, I don't want to suffer anymore, I don't want to work anymore. It takes a lot of drive to keep on the wheel.
It does, and that's like motivation, ebbs and flows, but it's that discipline to keep getting up every time, even when it's the last thing you want to do, and that's why you need good people around you, because you can't do it yourself. And I'm just very grateful that I have such a good support network, and people believed in me as well. Like, that was a big thing, just getting good people around me. So yeah, it's a wee bit surreal, to be honest, so just trying to soak it in here.
That moment when you got the call from Malachy and you were coming out, was it goosebumps sort of stuff?
It was, like, because I'd made the panel the last two games against Donegal and Mayo, and I was just sitting and waiting and champing to get my bit. And even at that, like, I've been back and training for the last couple of months, playing in house games, playing friendlies. You know, really disappointed not to make the squad on a couple of occasions, and keep showing up and picking up niggles and keep showing up. And then, as I say, didn't get on against Donegal and didn't get on against Mayo, and that can hit you and hurt you too. But you have to just get yourself back up again, back to training, and keep showing. And just very grateful to the boys that they did back me when maybe others wouldn't have. So it's yeah, it's a good moment.
Judging by your Instagram, you've used your time wisely, you've expanded the mind, you've gone down under, you've seen other sports. You've used that time very wisely.
I think, like, I'm quite a driven person as it is, and I think that I have to put that into something, and I'm very grateful that my PhD at the moment, my final year of my PhD, and I have two unbelievable supervisors there supporting and guiding me through that, who've given me a lot of support as well, because they understand the commitment with Intercounty. And it's something I'm really passionate about, and something that's impactful and hopefully going to make a big change. And if I didn't have enough, then started a new business venture, VO Breathing, with business partner Ronan Jones. So I certainly don't make it easy for myself.
No, you don't.
Conferences and all sorts, but yeah, just when you have that itch to just keep pushing yourself, it's yeah, it feels like you're on the right path, you've a good purpose, and we'll see where it takes me.
We've spoken a lot about the past, but there's a lot to look forward to in the future now.
It is, and there's obviously plenty of uncertainty goes forward to the future in every walk of life, but so you just keep showing up, trying to be yourself each time. That's what I certainly try and do, in whatever setting that is, if it's football, if it's business, if it's academia. At least I know that I'll be okay if football finishes. That's the big one, that you have other things outside of it, that your sole identity isn't wrapped up in football. That said, it's certainly the part of my life that's given me the most joy, something that you love very deeply, and you've been able to put that drive and energy into, and it's given me some of my greatest days. It's also given me some of my darkest, but that's the thing with when you love something and when you're driven, like it's that passion paradox. Like, it's gonna break your heart, but it's also gonna give you some special moments. So plenty to look forward to.
Absolute privilege to chat to you, and great to see you back on the pitch.
Top on. Cheers.
Thank you. Malachy, I suppose a job done. You've topped the table. You've racked up 31 points today. Life is good.
Yeah, well, look, it's often been worse, I know. But no, Just delighted. Look at the first day out against in Ballybofey against Donegal. We had a good performance and got 2 very valuable points. Against Mayo, I suppose we didn't play as well, but that's a lot to do with Mayo, and in fairness to them, they came up, they were really well up for the game, they played well and we had no excuses. So we just wanted to make sure that our performance levels were better today. And we thought if we got our performance levels better, we'd have a good chance of topping the group and going through, and that's what happened. So overall, very pleased with the way the boys have played themselves over the last couple of weeks, and just delighted to get a good performance.
It's probably a weather initial storm. Cavan came out, quite intense as you probably would expect. You lost an injury there as well, but you weathered the storm and you finished off the half pretty strongly.
Yeah, we probably thought that Cavan probably would. I suppose they felt that the last day we played them in the Ulster Championship, they didn't really lay a hand on us. That's what they said themselves. So we knew they'd be coming with that bit of intensity, which you would expect. So I suppose we were well prepared for that. So we had to weather that storm, but we just wanted to make sure that we when we did get the ball, we were efficient with it up front, and we were really efficient with the ball up front, and then I think as the game went on, we got a stranglehold around the middle. We won a lot of break ball, and we got a lot of scores from that. So overall delighted with those things, and we've plenty to work on as well. So it's good going forward.
Such a vast array of a range of scores as well. The programme was nearly squiggles on everybody. It was one of those days where everyone put their shoulder to the wheel.
Yeah, and it's probably the weather had something to do with that as well. It allows for the ball being moved about, and our handling and so on was good. But no, it's one area that we've been working on, is that when we do attack, that we want to be finishing the scores, we want to be better on the ball, all those things. And I thought there was a lot of that was good today. And in fairness to the boys, they moved the ball well. They were clinical up there, and as you say, a lot of boys got on the score sheet as well, which is really important, because if you're only dependent on one or two, if they're kept quiet, it can cause problems. So no, when you have that spread of scores all around the pitch, it obviously makes you harder to close down.
So as an overview, you're through to the quarter-final. You can have a watch and brief next weekend. That was the aim. Happy to be in that position?
Yeah, delighted, to be honest with you. That was the aim. I suppose it's every team's aim at the start of the year to try and qualify for the All-Ireland quarter-finals. So we as I say, we put ourselves in a great position after the first game, and then the Mayo game didn't go to plan. So it was a case of coming here today and trying to make sure we got the performance, get the victory, to secure top spot, and that's what we did. So it is a good position to be in, but we know we've an awful lot of work to do as well. Some of our play was very good, some of it wasn't so good. So we've a lot of work to do, but at least we've 2 weeks to do it.
And then on a really positive note, there's huge ovation when Conor Meyler made his long return. Spoke to him there as well. He's had a lot of dark nights, twists on the road. He's put a lot of personal grief into it. I'm sure you share that ovation.
There's no doubt, and people wouldn't know, and I wouldn't have known even myself until involved this year, how much work he has put in the back, and a lot of things that people don't see. And it's just the amount of effort he's put in, and the things he's put on hold to try and get himself back, to try and get himself in the position to put on the Tyrone jersey again. It has been remarkable, really, and very few would do it. So it's just a complete vindication for him today, I suppose, of all that work he's put in, and the amount of sacrifices he's made, and just delighted from the resilience he showed to get back out in that field today, and then to come in and play really well as well. Brilliant for him, brilliant for us going forward. So really pleased about that.
That can only be positive to look around the dressing room and you see a character of that immense quality, and you're willing to do so much. It only has to spread. Of course,
and that's it. And it was so frustrating for Conor this last number of years, or not last couple of years, and that he was working so hard, and just the injury was holding him back. He's done everything to try and get back. So just delayed from, and as you say, just for everyone else in the change room to see the effort he has put in to get back, to get minutes. It's brilliant, and he's a great role model around the change room, the way he prepares and the way he goes about his business. So delayed for him, and it's a great boost for us as well.
And all Tyrone roads lead to Croke Park now. Yeah,
well, that's right. So we will. It's a matter of staying away now, just getting the recovery done, getting the bodies freshened up, and as I say, we've loads to work on. So getting down to work as soon as we can, and we'll find out is next weekend exactly who we're playing, focus on them, and try to get a really good performance.
Congrats and best of luck at the quarterfinal.
Great, thank you.
Mattie, a happy day for Tyrone. Congratulations, you topped the group. It's a crazy football championship so far, but you must be very, very pleased.
Yeah, it is a crazy one now going into this weekend. There was plenty of permutations, and it was always going to be twists and turns. It was probably entertaining watching on for spectators. That's what you want, but I suppose we just had to focus on our job, which is winning today. That's the only thing we could control, was our performance today, and thankfully last game with topping the group, and now we have 2 weeks to knuckle down and refine things.
You had a crazy kind of up and down start to the group campaign with the victory over Donegal, then defeat at home to Mayo. How was the mood in the camp coming into this game?
Look, the way it's kind of been the theme throughout the country, and that teams have been up and down week on week when the championship is in that sort of format, and every game's really important, and you are week on week. Different weeks you'll be on a high, other weeks you'll be on a low. That's just the nature of football. Like, it's a very even keel with the teams throughout the competition. Everyone's at a high level here, and if you're off it one week you'll be nipped, and when you're on it another week you have a chance, and that's what we have to do, is try and be on it every day we go out.
And you certainly were on it today right from the off. 31 points is some scoring.
It is now, and I suppose in today's game, it's a bit easier to get to that tally, but any day we go out and kick 31 points, you'll be hoping you'll be on the right side now. But yeah, a lot of positives on that front.
And looking around, a lot of supporters here as well. They're going to go home very, very happy.
They will. Yeah, look, any day Tyrone wins, you have to, and you're a Tyrone person, you have to be happy, and that's what it's about. It's good to be happy this week, but as I say, we know we have a lot to work on over the next 2 weeks, and hopefully we're happy the next day out too.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Cheers.
You're